through something, just make sure you don't fall. I was going through shit and I couldn't even change my car.
Tell us a little bit about Nick Dorco. We know you play golf. What are you majoring in, and what do you want to do after graduation? Maybe play on the next level.
Yes, sir. I'm majoring in public policy and minoring in marketing. And you know, my dream always since I was little is to take things to the next level.
Thanks for joining us, and
yes,
continued
sir.
success on the football field.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
What I'm supposed to say besides throw the show in the trash and throw everybody on the show in the trash too. Hannah, just Hannah. That's all you can say about her. It's just Hannah. You know, with Tim and Alex, I'm really on the fence because I can't really say that Tim is wrong in where he stands, because we don't know what the hell is going on. They keep showing us the aftermath. Like, show me the shit. I know it stinks, but I need to see the shit. Y'all not showing us the shit. Like, once they come and talk on their little couch and Alex is eating her whole meal, not having a care in the world, and Tim over here pissed off, what led to that? Like, there's so many holes in their relationship, in their storyline. It's very irritating. So yes, break up and leave us alone. And, you know, Community D, Tyler. Yeah, so now we know that he had a friend that her and her partner want to have a kid. He, you know, rushed in and saved the day. That's great. My issue with this is when Ashley said, do the kids know you? Do they know what you look like? And you had the lion-ass liar audacity to scrunch up your face. Like you're thinking about this shit. Oh no, I don't think so. At this point, I hate it here. I do. I don't like this show, and I don't care about the weddings. I hope everybody says no, because none of y'all should be together. And this is not love. This is a terrible depiction of love, and from all walks of life. And this is a terrible depiction of the DMV. And yeah, so Netflix, give me the number. Give me the number to call in at the reunion, because I got some shit to get off my chest.
I think I know what happened with these guys. I think one of Ramses's dreads loves Marissa, and then I think one of his dreads hates her. No, but really, we were brought into yet another conversation that we have absolutely no context for, and we're just sitting here trying to keep up, trying to just swim along and understand what on earth they're talking about. We have no idea. Ramses seems to have maybe cold feet, some hesitations. In the hot tub a few minutes ago, Marissa said if tough times came, she'd be willing to be unhappy in a marriage for 5 to 7 years before considering divorce. Ramses seemed very surprised by that. She said I would be okay being unhappy for about 5 to 7 years. That shocked him. So maybe that was the disconnect. I don't know. I'm tired of not knowing what's going on. I'm not feeling like Ramses is really feeling it, unfortunately.
Did anybody else notice that Marissa's mom was a completely different person in these two scenes, and wonder if it was because she picked up on what a red flag Ramses is? So we all saw the restaurant scene with Marissa's mom where she was super combative and confrontational towards Ramses. Like, she was grilling him about the fact that he doesn't have a college degree and the fact that he's been married before, and being super pushy about getting him to sign a prenup. And at the time, because I didn't have any context, I just figured that Marissa's mom was a super argumentative person. But now, seeing how sweet and supportive she was at the dress fitting makes me think that Marissa's mom just hates men, but more specifically Ramses. Looking back, I feel like she must have just gotten a bad vibe from him, kind of like the rest of us, and acted accordingly to try to protect her daughter. Like, I just think that this woman clocked Ramses from the start, and because she's made so many mistakes with men, she doesn't want her daughter to have to go through the same thing. Especially because she obviously thinks so highly of Marissa, and knows that Marissa herself has worked so hard to get to where she is. I'm definitely curious to know what you guys think.
I think Tyler and Ashley's conversation was edited to make it look like he lied. Let me show you.
Do the kids know what you look like?
We only see his face.
I don't think so.
So notice Ashley's back is to the camera, so we can't actually guarantee that the question she asked him in that moment was, do they know what you look like? Because we didn't see it come out of her mouth and then see the words, I don't think so, come out of his mouth in that same shot. It's very possible that she could have, and I guess we'll find out the truth at the reunion on whether he lied to her or not. But it's possible that he did say, yeah, they know what I look like. And they just didn't air that response to the question and aired this one to make it look like to us that he lied. Now, I'm no Tyler stan, but I think that this was a perfect opportunity for the editors to be misleading and messy. And an antenna always goes up for me when someone asks a really important question like this or says something really important and we don't see them say it. It's like a voiceover. There was another instance of this earlier in the season when Tim said, I still love you to Alex after they fought. I think when they were doing the ATVing thing and it was off face, like we saw his back when he said it and it sounded like a little jumbled up like, and I still love you. And it felt like it was just like clips that were cut together and maybe he didn't really say it to her in that moment. Again, if he's lying, then sure, this is bad, but I just think the editing was really suspicious here and I'm curious to see what actually happened.
Did anyone else catch this? Because this is driving me crazy. 3 different times we watched Katie say, Nick is much more attractive in person. But I think everyone had had a little bit to drink, so they kept only hearing the first part, which was Nick is attractive. And they think she's saying he's more attractive than I thought he was going to be based off of the pod. But she keeps clarifying, he's more attractive in person. I feel like this sounds bad. She's not saying I feel like this sounds bad because she's being flirty. She's saying I feel like this sounds bad because I'm implying he didn't seem attractive off Instagram. She's saying she saw pictures of him after the pods and didn't think he looked attractive, and he looks better in person. That's all she's saying. She's not saying he looks better than what her imagination said he was going to look like. So every time Hannah gets kind of awkward and kind of jealous, and she's obviously kind of mad at Katie now, but Katie's not saying anything bad.
Listen, his baby mama said, keep playing with me, Tyler, and I'm going to give you something to play with. If you guys are new here, my name is Ashley. This is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV and movie related. And y'all know I'm here to put you on. We are back to talk Love is Blind, Season 7, Episodes 10 and 11. Tyler still lie. Tyler is his own biggest op at this point in time. Ashley is one of those women who seemingly is going to ride with him, would have ridden with him if he would have been upfront in the pods about his situation. Hey, I had this unique situation. I was a sperm donor for one of these children, and then me and the mama got together and we had another 2. But I've got children that I love, that I care about, that I'm a part of their life. I hope that's okay with you. She would have probably been down for him the same way. But you continuing this lie, and when she asks, is anything else going to come out of the bag? You tell her no. Why are you lying, sir? Why? Because honestly, y'all, I do think that he feels something for her. I just think he has just ruined it. And I don't know spoilers, so I don't know if they end up choosing each other. But to see someone lie like this on national television in living color, and just to know and understand the embarrassment that Ashley is going to go through, not only privately, but publicly, because this is on a worldwide stage, is heartbreaking to me. And Tyler, you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed of yourself. You guys drop it in the comments. Let me know what's up with Tyler. And the fact that Ashley's going to stick beside, and I'm going to stick beside him. Is she going to stick beside him after this, or was this a trap? Once I get her to marry me, she's not going to divorce me. She believes in forever. I hope Ashley's daddy beats him up still.
The amount of love bombing Tim was doing, we thought it was so romantic. We shed a tear. Yeah, that's what narcissists do to hook and reel you. They do over and beyond gestures to where you have to respond in a way that's sentimental and emotional, even though that's not something they can feel themselves. Now, what I will say is Tim judged Alex as soon as he went in that room. He was judging. He was sitting there with his hands behind his back saying, everything is okay. It's okay. But he was judging that woman's lifestyle. He was judging her cleaning. He was judging her womanhood when he visited her apartment. Although he was crafty, he did not have the vocabulary to express that he did not like who she was in her own space, and he didn't want to see that in his space, and he also didn't want to see himself in her space. So he does what any man, and he's no better than the rest, he does what all men do: gaslight. What you mean you're mad at her about something that she didn't even know she did? He didn't even communicate with her. He just sat on her couch and broke up with her, like, while she was eating chicken wings. Like, who does that? He thought that situation was normal, and he thought that he proved a point by doing something as mean. That was mean. That was harsh. I don't want to see you again. Like, what?
At this point, y'all need to stop asking if love is blind and if people can fall in love sight unseen. The answer is no. This season, the answer is no. I still think Hannah's a mean girl, but the things she was saying about him, especially about him being immature, all started to make sense to me when she said that he didn't want to provide her with pleasure. Because what are we, 12? That's childish. And honestly, if you try this some more, you might start to like it. You know what I'm saying? You might start to like it. But anybody gonna be mean to somebody that leave you hanging after you help them get their rocks off? That's nuts. And honestly, the conversation that Nikki D was having with Katie was completely inappropriate. And if she did not put him in his place, he would have took it further. He wanted her to say that she still wanted him and she made a mistake. He was trying to get that old thing back. And then the conversation that he had with Hannah when they got home, I'm trying to figure out why y'all all thought he had swag in the pods. Why did y'all think he was so cool? This is capital L, lame. But in that last scene where Hannah broke it off with Nikki D, she confirmed for me again that she's just not a good person. Because what was that about? And then Tim is a gaslighter who is socially immature. Okay? Alex should have ran for the hills the first time, where he said that this was going to be the end of the road for him after that argument they first had. And then to say you never want to see somebody again because they took a nap when your parents were there and because they didn't answer your text message in a way you liked is insane. Why did you come on this show? Why did you come on this show? I saw another content creator say that he basically wants her to be his dead sisters, and that's why he act this way. And when I tell you that was the perfect explanation for what I see, he's not looking for a lover. He's looking to replace his dead sisters, and that's sick. She need to get up out of there. But y'all could go ahead and let Alex know. I don't believe love is blind, but goddamn, she fine. And if you still looking for somebody, I'm right here, baby. I'm in New York. Nothing but a plane ride away. Watching Ashley and Tyler is painful for me at this point because we already know that he got them kids that he's definitely playing daddy to, and he's literally sitting in her face lying. And she just doing what she's supposed to do, blindly falling in love. And I hate that for her. And I knew something was off when he was doing all that. Let's pray together. Let's pray together. I'm not saying people can't pray together, but people like him weaponize prayer to make you think that he's holier than thou. I ain't hear him talk about God and Jesus not one more time since that vacation. That's not ironic. That's the real him. I truly believe that Ramses doesn't actually believe himself when he say he don't believe in gender norms. I think what he's saying is that he doesn't want people to impose hypermasculinity on him, but he certainly believes in gender norms when it comes to women. And that's abundantly clear. Now, I obviously still think Marissa's mom is not wrapped too tight, but I also understand why she's pressing him like that because something seems a little off, and it's all the time. It's always something with him, and it's not given that you ready to be married. You always got, it sounds like you actually want her to take care of you emotionally, but you gaslit her and made her believe that you were going to do that for her, and that's not the case. Now, I'm holding out hope for Taylor and Garrett because they're the only couple that I actually believe in right now. However, I did think it was a little weird how he left out some context about them text messages. Because, sir, liking a text message and replying to a text message is two very different things. And don't ever tell me that in front of a group of people when you didn't tell me that when it was just you and I. She had every right to be pissed. But I do think that he is genuinely sorry and they can get past it. But I would just keep an eye out on that.
There were so many signs. There were so many clues that these two were just not going to work out. And I told you guys there was something that happened to me recently that proved to me that Nick and Hannah were no longer together, and I'm going to spill the beans. So a few weeks ago, Nick followed me on social media and has been watching my stories. This is a tale as old as time. Anytime I get a follow from any of the men on the show, I immediately know that they are not in a relationship, because what man in a relationship would be following me on social media? If you follow me on social media, you know. Anyway, there were other clues as well. For example, this post that Hannah made showing the peace sign when somebody commented saying, "Ooh, they are so not together, LOL." Honestly, I felt that these two ended on really amicable terms. But I can't believe I'm saying this. I am totally Team Hannah after this last episode. Not to mention, Nick's behavior at the 1920s themed party was despicable and so messed up. Sorry, Hannah, this girl is not your friend, because no friend of yours would entertain Nick the way that she did. Anyway, that's just what I think. Honestly, I am not surprised that Hannah and Nick did not work out, because I'm sure we all saw that coming.
We get it. She's aggressive. You know, she has her own personality. I get that. Now, what sends me is that she's sitting here with her children and they're talking about how poor they were. They were too poor to afford a scrapbook. They were too poor to afford mittens, so they wore socks on their hands. And as a mother of 4 with different fathers, you're proud of that? Are you proud of that? You're talking about how far they've come because of how low you put them. They were poor because of you, ma'am. And you're sitting here with your tongue ring talking about how out of style and tacky your daughter's fiance is. 2 things can be true, but she learned to like tacky from you.